Okay, come down and help me, please. Huh?
Hey everyone, great to be here today. You know, when I was growing up, my parents, they always told me that I got to work hard and I got to be the best at what I can do, that I had to be outstanding in my field. Well, mission accomplished, here I am. I'm outstanding in a field. It's not my field. It looks like it belongs to the Buffaloes, but mission accomplished, I did it. I'm here, outstanding in my field, having a good time playing the Buffalo, no wings, but just Buffalo, playing the Buffalo field. It's great to be here.
All right, that was Jeff Lohman in Thailand, all the way in Thailand, doing some stand-up comedy out in the field. We had that on the show a little while ago, but I want to make sure everybody saw that because it's budding comedian out there in Thailand. Budding stand-up comedian, already a comedian, already just a hilarious person. Jenny Sykes thinks he's the funniest person in the world. Camilo Lopez says, Jeff, outstanding in his field. We had Greg Dean on the show last Friday, and I think that joke qualifies for what Greg Dean was talking about. He's Buffalo Soldier. Oh, you're feeding him some new taglines. I think that's a good one, actually. Buffalo Soldier. Welcome to Lunch Therapy. Lunch Therapy is a crazy-ass show that happens on Tuesdays and Fridays. Tuesdays is the variety version called Barefoot Tuesday. And you take off your shoes on Tuesdays. Take them off. Got to have bare feet. Just want to say I saw a hilarious show on, what was that? Sunday night. Sunday night I saw Jenny Sykes in Keita Mascaro's show at the Improv. Hilarious. They even had magic. And God knows we love magic around here. These behind me are a swarm of bees in it looks like a beekeeper's box. They're in Thailand as well. Jeff has really been contributing to the show today. Next contributor on the show is one of the greats of Lunch Therapy, Mama J. Mama J, some of you know her from The Trust on Netflix. Let's get into this thing. This is Lunch Therapy, Barefoot Tuesday. I'm gonna get myself a modem. 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 Before I bring Mama J on, I want to give you a rundown of what's going on in the show, because once she comes on, it's like a storm. She just like takes on the show, and she's like aggressive. She's an aggressive co-host, and so get ready. She has gone out in Kansas and brought back some incredible roaming reporters. We're going to see a myriad of them. We are also going to go do some art therapy, where we go out into the field. She's going to go out in the field in, she's outstanding in her field, of course. She's going to go out into the field in Kansas, and I'm also going to go on something called Baxter Art Odyssey, which is something that is being done by Harlan Gleeson, and we're going to see that. So let me bring on the co-host, Mama J.
Hey.
Hey. Hey.
Where am I?
I don't know. Where are you? Where are you?
I don't know.
Richard
Where am
Gaddis
I?
says good afternoon. Fellow hummingbirds reporting to the nest. Yeah. Were you worried that you weren't going to make it? What's going on? Did you smell? Some kind of smell?
Oh my God, Joel. My life just continues. I let my feet with me,
Yeah.
and immediately Zeke took a poop, and and I can't even be barefoot. I might step in it. I don't know.
Oh, come on. You got to be barefoot. It's Barefoot Tuesday.
I'm braless, but I don't have my bra on. So that's what I'm
No.
doing instead.
Wow, we're really getting some. We're gonna get a lot of viewers now. Now that you said that, Pam Palmieri says, "I was in an old LT and wondered why your hair got so long again." Haha, that's funny. I wonder how that happens. This YouTube thing is, confusing sometimes. Hoy, looking cute, Mama J. Equal means equal. Zeke poop.
Zeke poop. Oh,
If it was me.
Joel, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but Zeke could be its own lunch therapy.
Wow. What is it about Zeke that makes him unique?
Well,
Unique Zeke.
it's just on and on drama. Where is he going to poop? Are you going to go outside? He's coming in and out and barking, and then you think you're going to be nice to him, and the next thing you know, he poops right behind me when I'm going to be on lunch therapy.
Maybe he thinks that's a gift. I mean, you don't know. Probably
really
is. Oh my God, look at you with Boney over there in the cockpit.
Hi,
This is
Boney.
great. This is where all the
And
magic
Boney-
happens. This is the
And
backstage.
he doesn't poop, does he?
No, he doesn't poop ever. It's weird. He's looking at you.
I know. Hi.
Howard's here. Mama J.
Yeah,
Lots
hi,
of love for Mama
Howard.
J. This is great. We've got so much stuff to get to, which is really fun. It's going to be really fun. We're also going to ask you, put this in the hopper. We're going to ask you advice. Kamala wants to go on a cruise. And I'm like, what, are you crazy? A cruise? Boney keeps looking at you. He really likes hanging out with you.
Is he going to kiss me?
He is going to kiss you. He doesn't have a mic, so you can't hear him, but I think he's very excited that you're here. All right, so let's check this out. We got to breathe, of course.
We do. Oh, well, I don't want to. It stinks too bad.
You're going to have to take it all in. Take it in. Yeah, if it were me, I wouldn't even smell it because I can't smell things like that.
That's
It's weird.
right.
It's a gift.
And I have super smell.
God has given me a gift that I can't smell dog poop. It's weird. I can
You
smell
are
some things, but not dog poop. So
It's
good.
disgusting, honestly.
I think Zeke might have
Okay.
to come over here for a while. Send him over.
I got to let go of it. I'm letting go. Here we go. Nam. Here we go. Nam
Oh.
myoho renge kyo.
Can you say it again?
Nam myoho renge kyo.
Nam Yoho Renge Kyo. I feel better already. Let's breathe.
Okay.
Let's do this breathing. Feels good to breathe already. Doesn't it? I'm already pre-breathing. So we got the healing vibrations here. The 5 root chakras, 8 root chakras. I can never keep track of the chakras because there seems like they just keep multiplying.
They do. I agree.
You gonna do that the whole show? Or
I
you just gonna
do.
do it for the breathing?
For the breathing.
All right, everybody, in through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. In through the nose. Hold it. Let it go. In through the nose. Hold it. Let it go. This is good. Richard does his stretching when he watches Lunch Therapy.
Oh,
That's cool. That's a good idea. Let's do
good
that.
idea.
Let's try to stretch the side. Om yo no raki kyo.
Nam myoho renge kyo.
Nom yo riki kyo. I got on all the social networks before the show and invited people. I don't know how that works really. It seems like that just invites my friends. I mean, like close friends.
Yeah.
Richard says that's why I'm not always so active in the chat. Yeah, that's cool. That's great. I love that. You can just have it on.
That's a good excuse, Richard. Thanks.
I like it. Sometimes people are like, at work or, on a phone call or something even. But that's okay because this is that kind of show. And you
Joel,
pop in. Yeah.
And I keep interrupting. I don't mean to.
That's okay.
Hey, I love it when you have your cat on the head. That's my favorite.
I love the cat on the head too. I don't have Charlie here today, so I gotta have the cat on the head. Yeah. It's a blessing, really. Sometimes
it's a blessing.
When I breathe properly, the cat appears.
Oh.
It's one of those, I think it's a Rumi quote. Breathe properly and the cat appears.
Oh.
I think so. Don't quote me on that.
No quotes. No quote. We don't quote.
We don't quote anybody who wants therapy. There's no accurate quotes. Okay, so I got a treat for us here. This is called Hangman Drums. Never been on the show before. He is a handpan player, and he agreed that we could play this on the show. So enjoy. And you can go to Hangman Drums and check out the rest of his videos. But this is called Ice Monkey. Is that your dog peeing? Is that Zeke peeing? Is that Zeke peeing?
No, he's snoring.
Oh,
They're both asleep snoring.
There's a dog. Oh, I gotta move the thing. This will be good for Richard's stretching. Nasty Mama J in the house. Braless.
Nasty one.
Puppy is dancing. Get Sugar Kitty.
That would be sweet. Have her on my head.
That would be cool. Oh, Ice Monkey. It's cool. What is that? The ice crunching?
It must be.
It's cool.
Somebody's filming.
Got a pedal. It's cool.
Yeah, that is very cool.
So check that out on the Hangman Drums. Thanks again for letting us play that. I think that in the frozen tundra, it must be hard to play those drums. It must be like, ow, freezing cold.
Yeah.
Do you ever play your tongue drum in the Arctic?
Well, remember when I played it in the winter and it was snowing?
Oh, yeah. You've done it. And was it harder to play? Was the sound? It seems like the sound would be muffled.
I think the sound was a little different because I was cold and I had it on a table. I don't think my vibrations were good.
Oh, man. Oh, I see. Do you have to put it someplace where it vibrates well? I mean, like,
I think so. I have a stand for it.
Oh, that's why they put it on a stand, huh?
Yeah, but sometimes if I'm doing something else, I'll put it on a table and I don't think it works as well.
Richard
But
Gaddis
I have
says, Chloe, my silly Siamese, loves to lay on my legs while I sleep in bed. It's very comforting.
Oh,
It is. My cats
yes.
my cats have fleas.
Uh-oh.
I know. I got to take care of that. That's a mess.
Have you heard now? Just a quick statement. A friend of mine in Texas has been infested with army worms. They're in his pool, they're coming down his chimney, they're all over his house. It's disgusting.
What are army worms?
I don't know, but they are disgusting. You got to look it up.
Army worms?
And it's 100 million degrees, and they have their fireplace lit so that they are burning the worms as they come down the chimney.
No.
Yeah, yeah, it's real.
That sounds horrible. Army worms. All right, let's check it out.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
You should.
Breaking news, I guess. I guess this is breaking news. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know where that is, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to see some army worms.
No, army worms are waging war on East Texas. Thanks to our recent rain, they have been destroying acres of hay and grass practically overnight. So much so, they have even been found in urban areas too. KETK's Matt Thibodeau has more on how to get rid of them.
Like an invading force, army worms have taken East Texas by storm, and like General Sherman through Georgia, they've been destroying everything in their path.
This year, the army worm's been worse than I've seen in a long time. They've been awful bad, and they came quick.
This year, they've been so destructive, ranches are running out of grass.
And what's unique is that we're hearing them from a lot of city folks as well.
So why so bad this year?
We have kind of warm, hot, dry summers, and we get some late summer, early fall rain. It tends to see the populations explode like that.
We encourage folks to scout and to be on the lookout.
And to look for army worms, you don't need any kind of high-tech equipment. Just a good old pair of waders will get the job done.
Get on your ATV, and as you're riding across your pastures and your hay meadows, stick your boot out a little bit to the side, being careful, and look for the small caterpillars to collect on your rubber boot.
Oliver says the best time to look is in the morning when the dew is still fresh. And if you find them, get to work.
As quick as you find them, you go to spraying, because it don't take but a few days for them to just ruin a hay meadow.
And stay diligent, because they won't be going away until winter. Matt Thibodeau, KETK News.
God.
Wow, that was horrible. That was amazing. I hope that, now I feel not so bad about the fleas. Because if I had army worms, that would be
Maybe they would eat the flea. Oh.
Maybe. Yeah, you get one thing, get the other. I still am not sure what they are. Do they come in under the door? Do they fall out of the sky?
I'm not sure. We need to study it. Yeah.
We need to find out more about army worms.
Yeah.
Let me just see if there's anything else that we can. Ew.
You should know, thanks to our recent.
Well, anyway, okay, let's move on, because this is lunch
Okay.
therapy. This is not lunch horror. The horror of the army worm. Lunch horror. We save that for in October when we have the Upside Down show.
Yes.
We'll have all the cicadas and the army worms and the fleas, and we'll have all that stuff. So now we're going to go to the roving reporter, because you were out roving. Future food source.
Oh man, I worked hard. Yeah.
You worked hard this weekend, right?
I did.
I like that. I like that. You're bringing so much to the show, so much value. You're bringing added value. So the first thing was, you decided that you were going to go out and find the world's biggest hand-dug well. Is that right? And it just happens to be in Kansas.
It's in Kansas. I was on my way to Guyman, Oklahoma, and all of a sudden, hand-dug well. Let's pull over.
Pull over. Let's see this thing. All right, roving reporter.
And the hummingbirds, this is your roving reporter, Mama
Mama J. I am in Greensburg, Kansas, and we are looking at the world's largest hand-dug well. Now, I want to tell you, this little town of Greensburg was literally devastated by a tornado back in the 2000s.
Oh, that's it. Back in the 2000s. And then, this is inside the place, right?
It used to be about 12 feet.
This is rocky.
Now it's 4 feet.
Because we're of a drought kind of thing? Or?
Drought, just, people using water.
Yeah.
We're depleting the aquifer that's underneath
Okay.
us. So,
and tell me when it was hand dug.
Hand dug in 1887.
Mm-hmm.
Took 9 months.
Yes.
9 months.
So
And
1888.
how many people dug it?
Lots.
And are we just talking about just shovels? Hand shovels?
Shovels, picks, axe, rope, pulleys.
Wow. And
wood.
Now, did they have to dig it that deep before they hit the aquifer? Is that what we did?
Yep, and then they laid the stone around it.
Wow.
Now, was he there back in the 1800s? He's like a time traveler? Because you could tell when you asked him how many people, he was like, oh man, so many people.
So many.
You could see him like remembering it.
Yeah. He was good. He was a good little guy.
One guy named Doug with very large hands dug the well. His name was Doug. He's so aptly named. All right, let's see this well.
Yeah, the well.
You know how we are about our aliens. This is a
aliens.
This is a 1,000-pound meteorite. Look at that, guys.
Wait a minute. Why is there a meteorite next to the well? There wasn't enough? Is this the opening act? This is the opening act, right?
Yeah, it's a museum. So other things are in there.
Oh, so there's other stuff and then there's a well. Okay. And this is in a town called Greensburg, Kansas, right?
Yes.
Greensburg, Kansas. Okay, I'm going to back it up. I'm going to watch that again.
A 1,000-pound.
1,000 pounds. That's 1,000 pounds.
1,000-pound meteorite.
Yeah.
Look at that, guys.
Wow. Just sitting there.
Wow.
And
look at this
that
guy.
guy
He
found
found it. I love how these old men find all this cool stuff. Wish my old man husband would find something cool.
He found you.
Here we are, and I am not going to walk up and down the stairs.
Oh, the aliens could have found Doug.
Oh, watch this. I'm going to walk around here. This is really a beautiful museum. So if you're driving through Kansas on 400/Highway 54,
that's a tornado.
You need to come through here. This is really a good museum.
Looks scary.
Wow. And now look. Ooh, this is kind of scary. Okay,
what are you scared about? It's a big railing there.
I kind of have the heebie-jeebies. Oh my God. Can you guys see way down there?
It's a big well.
That's the bottom of the well, and it's only 4 feet deep. Oh my gosh, they need water, they need rain. That gave me the heebie-jeebies. I'm not kidding. And what if I would have dropped my phone down there? Okay, well, that's it. I like this sign here. 1,000-pound space.
That's hilarious. So was that sign, was that in the tornado and it got whipped up in the tornado and landed in Oklahoma or something?
Yes, it probably did, because that well, I don't know if I'm saying well or well.
Yeah, every once in a while I think you're saying whale.
I know. So how do you say well? Well.
You got to practice.
So,
you got to practice. You Kansas people got to practice. You say well, The sound is instead of a.
Well.
Whale.
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 The well used to just be in a little
army worms and some whale in my whale. In my whale. You got worms in your whale? What? What are you talking about? I burn them up. I set the whale on fire. And I burn them all up. You set a whale on fire?
Yeah. Dump them in the well.
Dump them in the whale. I have a problem saying hawk.
Hawk?
Where I'm from, we say hawk.
Oh.
We don't say hawk. And people are like, you're going to hawk something up? What's going on? Are you trying to hawk your car or something like that? No, I'm talking about the bird that flies, the hawk.
Hawk?
Oh, hawk.
Hawk.
Everybody's got regionalisms, right? I don't know why.
We do. It's crazy.
You know, it seems like they're going away, though. That's why.
Yes, we are all blending. We're blending.
It's refreshing to hear the armyworm infestation people talk because they, you know, those Texas accents are cool.
Well, you know what? I'm almost thinking I need to do a roving report in Texas. I don't know. What do you think?
You know, it's amazing how much traveling you do. You know, I live in California, and to go to another state is just such a bother. It just is so. Yeah. It's just, you know, with the traffic and the distance. I mean, I could go north hundreds and hundreds of miles and never reach another state, but you're like all over the place.
I am. I'm going to Missouri tonight for open mic.
What? How far is that?
An hour.
Wow, that's cool. You can go to different cities, different states. And do you find that we're all homogenized, that we're all the same in the different states, or do you think that we're really still different?
We are all different, even within counties.
You know, Matt Wright makes a good point. He said the world's largest hand-dug well is only 4 feet deep, because that's what he said. You're like looking down the thing going, it's 4 feet deep. And we're like, well, that's not really, I think maybe
the water.
I could maybe beat that record maybe. The afternoon on a Saturday. But
you know what? If I fell in there, I wouldn't have drowned because it's only 4 feet deep, the water.
Yeah, but you might hit your head falling all the way down there.
Or break something.
In honor of Mama J, Howard's not wearing a bra today. Wow, that's great.
Thank you, Howard. It feels good, doesn't it?
It feels free. I like it. I'm going to do it more often. Okay, now we're going to get serious because we're going to hear about the tornado in Greensburg, Kansas, which is, I mean, I was like, that's what I was like. I was like, wow, this well is cool, but what about this tornado? And so then Mama J, being the roving reporter that she is, she just went out, got somebody to tell the story.
I did.
And we have it right here. All right, let's
Well, you hollered at me about it too, though.
I was. I'm kind of rough sometimes.
You were.
I'm a little bit of a taskmaster. I'm like, what is this? 4 foot? Well, the real story is that tornado. Get back out there. And he did. It's great. I love it. Okay, get ready for you know, we always talk about crazy stories on the show and like telling a story. This woman can tell a story.
Yeah.
Done. The sirens went off.
Oh, wait, was it? Oh.
And
it just starts in the middle somehow. Oh, yeah, you edited it because otherwise we'd be here all day, right? Okay.
Done. The sirens went off in Greensburg. And we had about 20 minutes warning or a little bit less.
And did you believe it? Did you believe something serious was going to happen?
Normally, my husband would have been, it was after dark. It was about 9:25 when the sirens went off. Normally, he would have just gone outside and been looking around and seeing what was going on, but he looked at the radar and he said, oh my gosh, Ann, we're going to the basement. And so when he said that, it was like, oh, this is serious.
Oh,
so we got the dog and the cat and scooped our valuables, our my purse, our medicines. We grabbed stuff as we were going, and we went to the basement. And our daughter had stored a couple of great big area rugs standing upright, and he said, well, you know, what should we do? And I said, well, this right here is a good place for us to hunker down, but let's unroll those rugs. And so we held the rugs up over the top of us and had the dog and the cat between us. And
dog and a cat between you.
The
just
next
like
thing
Richard.
I kind of remember was we started hearing things that sound like bowling balls hitting the house. Then we knew later on that it was debris hitting.
Oh, it wasn't hail.
It wasn't hail. It was huge pieces of debris. And then we started hearing the old rusty nails going out of the roof. Just screaming, the screaming sound as the roof's being ripped off. And then it just got so loud that we couldn't hear anything. It was like standing under a jet getting ready for
It sounded, that engine.
It was so loud.
Oh my God.
Loud. And
are you guys laying down now with the rugs over you?
No, we're just kind of bent over with the rugs pulled up over us like this, and just side by side. And we had got a couple of pieces of furniture and put them around us. There wasn't really a place. It was an open floor plan basement with just big concrete pillars going up that supported the house. So it lasted, it seemed like forever, but yet it was almost like it went quick too. But then it calmed down for a little bit, and then it hit again.
Now, was it two tornadoes?
No, the tornado was so large. It was over a mile wide and sustained winds of over 210 miles an hour. And it had a core like a hurricane. And so that quiet part was the
eye of
core
the storm
going over us. It went right down through the center part of town. And so then it hit, and the leading edge, it was turning one way, and when it came around in the backside, we caught the draft in the other way. And so historic, great big, huge trees in the yard, there was 20 some, were about 10 foot of, they were just broke off. And we, after it quit, and it just got to be this unearthly silence. It was horrible, and I thought, oh God, are we the only ones that are left here?
And you now, you know your house is damaged, but the floor is still there, so you're not seeing the sky.
No, there was no floor. It pulled the whole house off of the top of us.
Are you outside?
No, well, we're in the basement. The basement walls were about like this, and they had been built up with a foundation, concrete block. And so, we're both unharmed. Dog and the cat are still there, but we shone the light around, and the only clear spot in the basement was exactly where we were standing.
Wow, exactly where you're standing. That's the end of it.
There was just, can you imagine? Just destruction. That is God. That is, I mean,
your whole house is gone. You go in the basement, you're under the rug with your husband, you got your cat and your dog, and when you're done, you come out and there's no house.
No house. And they lived in an old Victorian, 3-story Victorian is what went.
Some crazy stuff. Some crazy stuff. That's a really amazing roving reporter. That has to be one of the greatest roving reporters ever done on this show.
Oh, well, she was... Well, and I went to, we didn't live far from Greensburg, so we went over there because, people always go to try and help. There was nothing. You've seen tornadoes where there's a path. Mm-hmm. This was nothing, no trees, no houses, no nothing. It was very, very bad.
Just flattened the place.
Yeah. And then, so Denny and I were traveling in just the end of the story. Mm-hmm. Denny and I were in our motorhome. We traveled to Waukene, Kansas the next day. When we pulled in there, that RV park had been hit by a tornado. You could see torn up campers. One man died in his camper because he wouldn't go inside to their tornado shelter in the office. Mm-hmm. The lady who owned it because she was trying to warn him, she got picked up by the tornado with her dog and dropped about 30 feet later. She dropped down, she was all beat up, and her dog ended up like 2 counties away. True story.
Dead? The dog?
No.
Oh, the dog lived? Yay!
Now, was he right? I don't know, but yeah, he lived.
Richard Gaddis says, did you see a lady with a green lady with a pointy hat and a broom?
No, we do not. Kansans are sick of.
I bet. There's no place like home. Just sick and tired of that. Really, we won't even bring it up. We won't even bring it up anymore.
But anyway,
I'm sure it's like, it's like when your name is Joel and everybody goes, Noel, Joel. And you're like, yeah, I've heard that before. It's funny. It's clever.
Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah.
And the people in Kansas, you're like, people are like, there's no place like home. And you're like,
God, can you not think of something else? There's more than army worms. Let's talk about the army worms.
I think that there's a bra-free movement starting again. You've just begun it.
Oh.
Equal means equal.
We could burn them.
Burn them.
Come along. We could burn them again.
Maybe you got to come up with a new thing. Maybe.
One time my girlfriends and I took a trip in my RV and we hung all of our bras outside of the RV, like on the mirrors and stuff, and drove to Colorado.
You know, when equal means equal started, before pre-equal means equal, when it was called the ERA Education Project, Camel and I would go around with bras and like throw them up on power lines.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you cause
What was
any
that called?
shortages?
No, nothing. I don't think we didn't electrocute anybody, luckily. We did have to put weights on them, though, because we found out they were really hard to sling around.
That was in the...
Branching. We called it branching.
Oh, branching.
Yeah, we have pictures of it. It's really fun. I don't know where they are, but there's all these pictures of all different cities with the branch. We were trying to start a movement where people would be like, why is that bra up there? Because women don't have equal rights in the Constitution.
That's right. That's right.
The plan. That was the plan. The dog lived, but he was very confused. Yeah, I mean, could you imagine? And he was probably like upset that the lady didn't take him down to the cellar. Army worms versus tornadoes, head-to-head grudge match. There's a movie there. Army worms versus tornadoes.
There is.
There's Camel.
God.
There's Camel. Called it branching, launching bras.
Launching bras.
We could start that movement again. We could, have the two movements meld together.
Oh, launch him in a tornado.
Yeah. Look, Richard feels bad because he said the thing about the witch. Nobody has to feel bad on this show. It's all,
no shame. Didn't
no
mean to
shame.
shame you. That was not nice. That was not nice. I'm sorry.
All right, let's get on to this thing. Where? Oh, yeah. Art therapy.
Art therapy.
This is Kansas art now. Wow. So this is MT Liggett's art. Oh, you're talking.
See, I'm walking towards Highway 54, which is my road I'm on to go back to Topeka. So you can see the number of pieces of art. I'm not going to walk around the whole thing, but also what brings the people here is that artwork is lined up.
That's it? You decided to edit it at the word lined up?
I think I did, because I want you to look. If you look behind this close art, look across that. There's thousands of pieces of art.
Oh, you mean that there's art like way in the back there too?
Yes, that's Highway 54. Yes.
And this is one guy, MT Liggett.
NP, and he did it for 35 years.
Oh my God. I had an MT Liggett once.
You did?
Yeah, I had an MT Liggett. I had to get it filled up at the mechanic. My MT was completely Liggett. No, this is so cool. Are there any? Look at them all. They move too. Oh.
And Joel, isn't this what your dad does? Or
yeah, he's a metalsmith. He's a metalsmith. Yeah.
So I thought of you, and I thought your dad. And guess what?
Yeah.
Because I had to edit this story. Yeah. They have an art in residence for a month at a time. I'm going to apply for 2025.
Oh,
and they
cool.
have a little room. They have a little room upstairs that I would just sit up there and I don't know, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I don't weld.
Well, you would if you went there.
I have welded. I'm just not very good. Yeah.
You could weld your bra off there. You'd be just welding away.
I could weld quilts because you have to know I was on a quilt retreat.
Weld quilts. Quilt welding.
Yeah.
It's like a new thing.
Look at me. I was quilting, roving, reporting. No one. I was tired.
Now, Camel and I also went on an art odyssey of our own here in Los Angeles. It's a brand new thing. It's called Baxter Art Odyssey, and it's headed up by none other than Harlan Gleeson, one of the regulars on this show. Haven't seen him in a while because he's been busy with the art. So let's check this out.
Okay.
Baxter Art Odyssey. Hi, it's Joel Marshall reporting for Lunch Therapy. I'm about to go on an art excursion through Los Angeles.
I got to work on that.
Led by
Being
this
more
man,
exciting.
Harlan Gleeson. Harlan, can you tell us what we're going to do today?
Yes, God, wow, this is amazing. I'm getting a little bit of mic time.
Yeah, get some
Didn't
mic
expect
time.
this out of nowhere. We're going to go on Baxter's Art Odyssey. Or we don't even have to put an S on it. We can just say the Baxter Art Odyssey.
This is like the beta.
Essentially, it's
of the
exploring Los
first
Angeles'
time.
art scene in micro. It's a vast scene. The art in Los Angeles
I don't
is
know what he
amazing,
means in
as
micro.
you know.
There's a lot of great art in Los Angeles, and there's a lot of bad art. But this guy's going to curate.
Bad
That's
art.
right.
I don't know what I'm talking
you can
about.
call me the great filter, and I'm going to filter out into the best possible experience I can imagine on this particular day.
And this is my partner, Maddie.
She's cool.
She's grown up in this city. Her mom grew up in this city, and her grandmother grew up in this city. All of them are artists and have dedicated their lives to art.
I'm Maddie Leitzer. Maddie, and that's my art name. I'm a working artist in Los Angeles. I do ceramic sculpture work.
This is the tour. Went to this place first. So we went to a small gallery first.
Uh-oh, the Wicked Witch.
Yeah, there she is. Can you believe it? You can't get away from it. You cannot get away from it. You gotta own your heritage,
Yes.
even if you don't like it. So this is just downtown LA in the Arts District. Super cool. There's a lot going on.
For our outing,
Then we went to this other
fell in
place.
love with the Winfred Rempart show. It's such a beautiful show. I'm really excited for you guys to see it. But he is from Georgia, and in the 1960s, when he was a teen, was a huge part of civil rights movement. And he ended up getting chased by a white mob during a peaceful protest, and to escape, he stole a car and was arrested. And while he was incarcerated
For 7 years.
yeah, while he was, well, actually, he escaped. And when he escaped, a mob of white people tried to lynch him, and he escaped that and was incarcerated.
This was
for
like in
7
the
years.
70s.
And when he was incarcerated, he learned how to do this leatherworking process, which we're going to see in his show. And so, yeah, his show is heavy. It deals with themes of racism, obviously, also chain gang working. He's from Georgia, so a lot of the landscapes are inspired by sharecropping and the kind of the exploitive practice that was.
It's a cool place. That was quick. So this is his work, and it's all done on leather.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah, the detail's incredible. It's really powerful stuff too. That's him and his wife. Self-portrait. I gotta put the guy's name up there.
Is he still alive?
No, his wife is though. Here's then we went to Chinatown to see Maddie's work at the very end of this.
So Venus Freak is the title of the show. It all started from my passion about like agriculture and like concepts around that. So I wanted to make a show that was like my ode to soil.
Hey.
Hey.
The knowledge of how to care for your land
Ooh.
It's very organic looking, and
Wow.
it's ceramics.
I love.
She's 3 generations of sculptors, female
Love.
sculptors. That's the soil. So there you have it.
Love it.
It's cool.
Wow.
There were also chickens.
Chicken.
Yeah, there were chickens on the tour as well. So that's Bachelor's or Baxter Art Odyssey, and that's going to be something that I don't know where the logo went, but let's get it on the screen here. That's something that Harlan's starting, and he's going to be doing it.
Really?
Yeah, he's going to be doing it. So anybody who comes to Los Angeles and they want to see art, they can get a tour. I'm trying to get that logo here. Boney, can you call up that logo? Oh, there it is. So yeah, so anybody can come to Los Angeles. When they come to Los Angeles, they're like, what should I see? Baxter Art Odyssey is going to take you. And we're probably going to have comedians doing the tours as well, like a comedian and an art expert. And then maybe even, maybe it'll even end at a comedy club sometimes too.
Yes, I love that. Yeah. But now tell me the man's name who was who almost got lynched.
Yeah, his name wasn't on there. There it is.
Winford
Rembert.
Isn't that so powerful? It almost makes me, I could cry.
Yeah.
It's just, hearing his background, but looking at his pieces is very powerful.
He had a quote that he was saying, which was basically, when people see all the struggles that I've been through, hopefully it will help them with their own struggles, because his have been so horrific.
Yeah.
It's really
I'm
great.
so glad he survived all of that. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was so moving. Yeah. All right, it's Trash Panda time.
Oh boy.
You got your material?
I do got my
The thing
material.
about Trash Panda is it just comes out of nowhere, and then here we go.
Well, it came out of nowhere, but I'm doing an open mic tonight, so I got to kind of be prepared.
That's right. All right. Get my mics ready. Let's get into this thing called Trash
Oh, wait,
Panda.
let me get the mic.
You got your mic?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, yeah. Hi, I'm Joel Marshall. I'm the permanent host of Trash Panda Comedy Club, or at least, for the foreseeable future. This is a place where comedians come and they work on their material, just the new material that they're, the raw stuff that makes the jokes. I was thinking about credit cards myself. Credit cards are fantastic. Let's hear it for credit cards. It's a great way to get disposable income, because the more debt that you get, the more you can dispose of your income, right? Yeah. It's true. I was thinking also, it must be really hard to learn English. English is so difficult. Like, I was thinking about the saying, he really let himself go. And I'm thinking, like, that seems like maybe a good thing. He let himself go. Woo! Yeah, everything's great. He now let himself go. But it actually means that he basically gave up. And now he's, disintegrating. But then also, they're always telling us to let go. So it seems like, I don't know, what should we do? It's a confusing language. Letting go is good, but letting yourself go, it's horrible. Yeah, and the thing about the credit cards, I want to go back to the credit cards. I don't know. I'm so amazed at the way our system works. We've got these like movie stars on TV telling us about credit cards, like telling us, what's in your wallet. I'll tell you what's in my wallet. Little plastic loan sharks. That's what's in my wallet. And don't worry about it, because it's banks. They're banks. They care about you. They have the, and a lot of times when I first got credit cards, I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't know what an APR was. Do you know what an APR is? It's a
April.
April. I think it stands for anal penetration rate. I think that's what it stands for. Uh-oh. That was terrible. But, you know, you should trust banks, though, because banks are, you know, they're always doing things in your best interest, of course. And in your best interest, in the best interest of their interest. You know, the most despicable thing about banks is if you don't have money in your bank, they charge you a fee. They charge you a fee for not having money. Doesn't that seem like that should not be legal?
Not legal. Not
I
legal.
mean, that is ridiculous. Little plastic loan sharks. And then also, it just feels like, you know, after a while, you just feel like you're just throwing money into the abyss. And why do we even worry about it? And then you're like, you know, when you first get like in debt, you're like, well, don't worry about it. Like the government is in debt. Rich people are always in debt. But the difference between you and the wealthy people who are in debt and the country who's in debt is you have to pay it off. You have to pay it back. They don't. That's the thing they don't tell you. All right, I'm gonna have Mama J on here next. The amazing Mama J from Netflix, The Trust. I see she's getting ready. She's wrestling with Boney. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen her all over. This is the thing that people always do when they introduce people. You've seen her all over in every club, everything, and under every rock. Ladies and gentlemen, Mama J.
Thank you, Joel. Thanks, Trash Panda. I love being here. My favorite club. And, you know, I give up being a healthy, elderly person. You know who's got it right? Those old people at the casinos. They don't give a shit. They're smoking, they're drinking. The men are seeing the prostitutes and having their prostates checked. $10. And you know what? The wives are happy because they don't have to check the prostates. That's what I'm saying. I travel, as you can see, I traveled a lot this weekend, so I am in many bathrooms. So, you know, we have the sink that is automatic, and something you don't know about me is I have a powerful electric force around me. So these wireless things don't know I'm there. So anyway, I'm always trying to wash my hands. The water won't come out, the soap won't come out, the dryer won't come on, and it's very frustrating. Well, what happened to me this weekend was I couldn't get the stupid paper towels to come out. You know, it says wave, it says hold your hand under. Well, it actually was a manual one, and I had to like roll it out myself. Who wants to do that? Well, then one time I was in a bathroom and I couldn't get it out, and I kept waving and having my hand under that. And then when I turned around to walk out the bathroom, the paper towel started coming down. It went all the way down to the floor. So there was a waste of somebody's money at the old Love's gas station. And, you know, we had something sad happen here. A school student, he was going to burn down the junior high. Really?
Wow.
Yeah, he was in 8th grade. But guess what his name was?
What?
Zen. So did his parents forget to say Nam Myoho Renge Kyo before he went to school, or what? Who names their kid Zen? And then I actually looked up, what could Zen be short for, like evil? I looked up denizen and stuff like that, and no, Zen is, you shouldn't be burning down the school. I'm just saying.
Unbelievable.
And yeah. And last but not least, I wish I had a last but not least, but I don't think I do. So guess what? I'm signing out.
All right. Yeah. All right. Now we're gonna. Yeah.
Oh, did anybody think I was funny? That was weird, not having any laughs except the fake laugh.
Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna look through the comments and we're gonna say, let's see how it went.
What if there's no comments?
I know. What if there are no comments? So people should make some comments now. Maybe give us some notes. Equal Means Equal said it's so moving, and I'm sure she's talking about our stand-up.
That's amazing.
But then she said they had the letters he wrote to his wife from jail. So obviously, that's not about us.
That's not us.
That's about that amazing
It's
art
not
show.
all about us. We know.
And Richard Gaddis said absolutely amazing art. And I'm sure that he was referring to our comedy when he said that. Jason Edelman said he's fully disposed. Yeah, so there we go. Now we're starting to get it. See, it's starting to relate to the audience. Fully disposed. Camel is trying to get indisposed. Diners Club Life. Yeah. Good win, Joel. I meant good one. So yeah, things are going well with that. One of the best things. Okay, here at the bathroom. This is on your thing. So you're relating with the audience. One of the best things I've ever seen in a rest stop bathroom. Someone scratched step 4, wipe hands on pants on the hand dryer. I've seen that one too. I love that one. Yeah. That's funny. Richard Gaddis, rich people never pay their debts. They also don't tip. Wow, that's interesting. See? So we're getting a reaction. Mama J is great. You hear that? Mama J is great. Take that in.
Kamala.
And Jason, sorry, I got distracted by my mama. Mama. Yeah, so it's going well. I mean, this is going well. I'm actually going over to the Laugh Factory this afternoon.
Ooh.
I'm going to go do the open mic over there. I don't think I'll do this really fresh comedy, but, you never know. You never know what you're going to do.
Well, you know what? I remember what my last thought was. Mm-hmm. So I'm in the bathroom on the toilet, and the toilet kept flushing. It was an auto toilet.
Yeah.
But I was there for a minute. I kind of had a tummy ache, and it kept flushing. I'm like, am I being timed?
That could be. Could be an intelligent toilet. I remember seeing the thing. I think you could do a whole routine about things that are written on the inside of bathroom stalls. I remember one saying, flush twice. It's a long way to, I think it was some local restaurant. I can't think of what it was. And I don't want to mention one because that would be terrible, right? But flush twice, it's a long way to Ivers or whatever. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, and when you were young, were you afraid of the toilet? I was.
I actually would not sit on it. Because I was afraid there was going to be, and this is ridiculous, but I was afraid a shark was going to come up and bite me on the ass because of Jaws.
Oh, you're young. You are young.
I'm young. I like that. I'm young. Cool.
Because see, Jaws wasn't out when I was being potty trained, and I was just afraid I was going to be flushed down the toilet because you know how you were little.
Oh wait, I just want to tell you, I was 25. I'm kidding. Okay, Matt Wright says, how did the Laugh Factory open mic go last week? It went great. I went over there, but I waited for a long time. You wait for a long time. But apparently what they do is they, if you go there a lot, then eventually, if you start to impress them, they start to give you spots and other things. So I don't know if I'll be able to do it. It takes a lot of waiting, but I've heard a lot of good people, started out that way. So, that's me, always starting out.
You know what I do tonight?
What?
They will write my name and they throw it into a barrel. Last week I was 10:20 before I got on.
Oh my God, 10:20 at night. Yeah, that's the good thing about the Laugh Factory is if you get there early enough and you're in the first 10, you are guaranteed to go. And then they start pulling from a hat. So people can show up, right before, but they just pull from a hat. Matt Wright said he was afraid of the shower. He thought it would hurt. Nowadays, it's all tagging in the bathroom. Well, I'm sure there's some funny tags. In New York, there were actual rats that would come out of the toilets and bite your butt. See, so I was not so far off.
Yeah.
Jason Edelman used to tag Bozo. Hey, we are all just starting out. Thank you very much. Beginner's mind. We're all.
We are. Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, Matt. I appreciate that.
But I love your credit card stuff. I think that's funny.
There's something there. I'm starting to build on it.
There is. Yeah.
I've been doing this thing now where I'm going over to the open mic on Monday. Harlan, Gleeson, who you saw in the video, and sometimes Ginny, and sometimes other people go, and we're just working it out every Monday. Then Tuesday, if I can get over to the Laugh Factory, I'm going to do it. And then we got Trash Panda. So, 10,000 hours, long ways away. How could you ever get 10,000 hours of stage time? I don't think any comedian ever in the history of the world has gotten 10,000. Maybe, though. Maybe somebody who was opening at a strip club or something for his entire life.
Well, yeah. Well, Well, it's good. Well, good luck tonight. Yeah, I'm
Thanks.
excited. I'm excited getting out, doing open mics again.
Yeah. Super fun. We're getting out there. All right. It's time to dance. Thanks, everybody, for this delicious show of art, of stories, of stand-up. And thank you so much, Mama J, for being here. Love it when you're on the show.
You're welcome. Thank you, Joel. I love being a co-host.
All right. Yeah, it's super fun, huh? All right. Let's do this thing. Dance break. Love this people.
Here I stand, hand in hand, turn my face to the wall.
Every hour your attention.
If she's gone, I can't go on, feeling 2 foot small. Everywhere people stare, each and every day. I can see them laugh at me, and I hear them say, hey, you've got to hide your love away. Hey, you've got to hide your love away. How can I even
Now we need Howie on.
I can never win. Hearing them, seeing them in the state I'm in. How could she say to me, love will find a way? Gather round, all you clowns, let me hear you say, hey, you've got to hide your love away.
I wanted to mention our guest on Friday is the clown Kira Nova. She's going to be talking about clowning and psychedelics. Not about like taking psychedelics, but having a trippy experience clowning. Woo, yeah.
Great. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, hummingbird.
Thank you.